And we turn now to what we could be seeing tomorrow, and there's a lot going on.
I mean, you know, it's a weekday, and that means there's school for some, there's work for others, and there's those who are fortunate to maybe just be home. And those will get that snow globe effect like we had on Sunday. It's going to be a pretty snow, I think, to start, but then we actually see some rain too, which makes things a little ugly outside. But it's really the timeline that this all happens, and I think people need to plan and prepare ahead of time.
Okay.
You know, a lot for a little extra time. I know that there are kids out there probably wearing their PJs inside out, flushing ice cubes down the toilet. Those superstitions to get a snow day, which is a, you know, buzzword around here.
Yeah, buzzword.
I know, I don't think we have, at least this year so far.
Well, the whole ice down the, I've never heard that before.
Well,
don't try that at home.
Yeah, go ahead. You let us know if it works. I'd love to know. But yeah, we have a winter weather advisory that's already posted for all of Northeast Ohio that starts just after midnight and takes us through at least mid to late afternoon, once again for every county across Northeast Ohio. So the anticipation for snow through our southern counties to our lakeshore counties is really a given at this point. And truthfully, if you're headed even closer to Toledo, they are expected to get even more snow out of the system, as that's where the snowy side is really going to be confined to. For us, though, we do start to teeter with the idea of working some rain in here. So it's not going to be the most picturesque scene as you head home from work tomorrow. But once again, a lot for a little extra time. And check out the alerts, not only across the Buckeye State, but across the nation right now. They stretch 2,000 miles from the Lone Star State all the way up to Maine. And there is a warm side and a cold side. The winter weather alerts paint a good chunk of the Central Plains states through the Midwest to us, and then farther to the north and east. What's happening a little bit farther to the south is not only a wind event, but also a severe weather threat that continues. They've had touchdown tornadoes throughout parts of Texas, now stretching into parts of Louisiana, and that will continue this evening. We're not expecting severe weather out of this, but we do get our taste of winter weather across Northeast Ohio. This area low will meander a little bit farther to the north and east, and as it does so, it brings those chances for snow closer to us. And on that timeline of things, well, tonight you still got some extra time if you have to get out and do some things. If you'd like to avoid traveling potentially in the snow, well, tonight's a great night to do any last minute errands, maybe grocery shopping if you have to do so before the snow moves in early tomorrow morning. This will kind of overtake the area between 4, 5, even 6 in the morning too. So waking up tomorrow morning, you're not going to see a whole lot of snow on the ground per se. It's what happens by the end of this whole timeline that will work its way through here. By midday tomorrow, though, some of us transition over to rain, which once again won't be for absolutely everyone. I think Sandusky sticks out for us here, but then we all go back to snow. As this wraparound effect happens with an area low, that means we end up getting lake effects too, even through your Thursday. So timing it out hour by hour and how this whole thing goes for us, well, this is still tonight. You're still easygoing as we take you through at least the next several hours. Maybe you have loved ones still coming home. You don't have to worry about them getting in. They'll be pretty safe when it comes to the weather conditions out there. It's early tomorrow morning that this starts to knock on our doorstep. Temperatures 2 a.m. still right around 30 degrees or so, but this is just working into Northeast Ohio. We are overtaken by snow and heavy snow at times, which does fluctuate our visibility too on the roadways as well. Temperatures still right around freezing. Everyone experiencing some snowfall. It's not going to be a lot to start. Some of you will pick up more than others, but we're not anticipating this to be a blockbuster event. We start to work in a little bit of rainfall too as warm air starts to erode the cold. And that means some of you will start to escape the idea of some snow. I think Sandusky, Erie, Huron County, they could be in this bullseye zone, so to speak, of seeing more snow than rain anyways with this whole entire system, which means their totals could be a little higher than almost everywhere else. This is 6 p.m. tomorrow, so the evening rush home will involve some rain for some, snow for others, a messy scene on the roadways too for the start of your day and the end of your day. The area low is literally wrapped around Northeast Ohio at this given time tomorrow evening. And as it works its way out, we continue to usher in some more lake effect snow. So that means for us, I think general rule of thumb, we get maybe 3, 5 inches out of this whole thing, maybe 6, give or take. And I think some isolated higher totals like Sandusky. This is through the entire storm system through Thursday and even lingering into Friday morning. I don't want you to look at this as you're going to get 3 to 6 inches to wake up to tomorrow morning. That's not the case here. It takes us all the way through this entire system, and then we get another one, your Union Home Mortgage extended forecast. So if you don't like tomorrow, wait a couple days. If you don't like that, wait a couple more. So we've got a lot to deal with across Northeast Ohio, but we also have maybe a little peak of sunshine or two come Saturday. Other than that, this is pretty January-esque, and hey, it looks like we actually start the month of February very much so the same that we end January. So.
Okay.
There
We'll
you
take
go.
it.
All right.
Peyton, thanks.
Thank you.